as recreational outdoor enthusiasts, and being that I primarily wheel on public lands, it's kind of up to us to make sure that we're leaving the property and the land in better condition than what we found it. So I encourage you to make a habit of, when you're on trail and it's safe to do so, to go ahead and pick up the trash as you come across it. It's imperative that we keep these trails open for future generations. Doesn't seem like much, but it causes people to go around it, myself included. And that kind of goes against the principles of tread lightly. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this kind of moved out of the way so that we haven't got to keep making new trails. It's supposed to stay on trail. And looky here, as I'll stop to move that branch, I found a can. I'll make a little ultra. Who drinks that garbage? Seems pretty narrow through here, but it's really not. Nope, just hit that, but I'm a big rig, so. My philosophy is, if I can get it 95% clear enough that I can get stock rigs through here, and I can drive Big Booty Betty here without touching, then either you're a bigger rig than I am, or you just drove into a tree. That's on you. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Nothing in Arizona in the forest is soft, so everything's going to want to scratch your vehicle. So if you just got a few limbs that are overhanging, I don't care about them. If you saw the pinstripes on my Jeep, you'd understand. But I don't want other people to have their first experience out here be something like this where they scratch their precious. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim it up a little bit. That should do it. So you might be asking, why bother trimming up the trails? Well, I want, people to experience off-roading maybe for the first time and not damage their vehicles, because that'll be a big turnoff to a lot of people. But I will tell you that once they get back here and they get hooked on the lifestyle, those regards to scratches will diminish over time. But why am I personally coming out here to take care of this stuff? Well, like I said before, I'm a recreational off-road enthusiast. I enjoy being out here. I don't really enjoy wrecking my stuff. Anyway, as I said before, it's kind of our responsibility to take care of the trails. So a couple times a year, I'll come out to the trails that I frequent and trim them up a little bit, because it doesn't sound good. Even though my Jeep's all scratched up, it still doesn't sound good. So I just want to make it enjoyable for everybody. Here's an example of what I was talking about. I drove through here and I just rubbed my top a little bit right here, staying on trail, so I know where to trim up. But you don't want to trim up too much either. You don't want to take more than necessary. These trees and bushes take a long time to grow back, and I did this 2 years ago on this trail, and this is the first time I've had to come back and take care of it. That ought to do it. Another aspect of respecting land and not tearing up the trails is airing down. You notice I aired down at the start of this video. So I air down for numerous reasons. Primarily, the first thing for us is comfort, because it's a long ride in on a washboardy dirt road. But that when you air down, the tires act like a kind of like a primary suspension, so it soaks up a lot of those bumps. The other thing is it increases traction. Another thing it does is prevents tire punctures. But as far as the trail goes itself, the tires float over the land instead of digging into it. So it actually is good practice when you're trail riding to air down. But I will caution you, don't air down unless you got a way to air back up. If you don't have onboard air or a portable compressor, you're better off just staying aired up. Normally, we kind of hook it, make a U-turn and head up the trail that direction. But 2 years ago when we first started wheeling this area, we noticed this part of the trail here, and we never did go up it. I got started up it, and then I was like, it's getting too narrow. It's more like a side-by-side track. But one of my one of my friends on Sierra Vista Jeep's Facebook group said that there was a pond up here, and this is the only place I've been back here that I haven't actually gone. So I'm going to walk it real quick and see what's up here, see if I need to clear it out. So yeah, there's a pond up here. Wow. Interesting. So this is actually a really nice spot. Lots of shade. And that trail definitely needs to be bushwhacked. Had I known this was up here, I'd have done this 2 years ago. I think we can get a few Jeeps up in here. Be kind of tight. Talk to you soon. See if we can fit the big booty Betty in there. So one thing I noticed about this little trail is there's like no tire tracks, even though we've had some monsoons over the past couple of weeks. Nothing recent is indicative on this road, on this trail. So I guess it's one of those lost gems. People just don't know about it. It's really pretty up here. Gonna take a slightly more drastic approach with this one. It's pretty thick. I'm gonna cut it back a ways. Kind of a tricky little corner here. Got this man's India that's sticking out just a hair. Can't do nothing with that really. If I can trim this up a little. Even the biggest ball crawler can fit through there now. Got some low lying branches on this side. Go ahead and whack some of these down. That'll do. Well, I'm about halfway through this loop trail. I'm gonna stop now, grab some snacks, rehydrate a little bit, then I'll continue on. Well, this nasty guy is just right in the way. Sticking out, kind of look like a 3D movie. You ever see those? Take care of that. It's dead anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it way back. I don't know what kind of tree that thing is, but it's tough for being dead. That's pretty much it for this trail. I've knocked back the brush as best I can. I only picked up 2 cans, so that's good. Not much trash on this trail. I'm gonna head over and do another trail, do the same thing to it. I hope my point was made that we as users of public land are responsible for also taking care of it. If you have a trail that you really enjoy, take one day on a weekend and just run out to that trail, knock the bushes back, pick up trash and litter. If you don't do it, who will? I just want to make sure that I emphasize that these lands are our lands. The public is allowed to recreate on them, and if we leave them messy and full of trash, that just gives the tree hugger conservationists more ammunition to close down these trails, and we just don't want that. We want these open for generations to come. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you learned something. If you like this video content, please like, comment, subscribe. Get out and find adventure. It's all around you. You just got to get out the door and do it. Till next time.